Get ready to match the stars. Orson Bean, Brett Summers, Charles Nelson Reilly, Connie Stevens, from Family Feud, Richard Dawson, and Fannie Flagg, as we play the star-studded big money match game PM. And now, here's the star of the match game PM, Gene Rivers.
Thank you, Johnny Olson. Thank you, friends, for joining us here. We're going to have a dandy time. Listen, did you have the manicotti? Do you think we'll make it? Okay, we all just came from dinner. And here we are, ready to play Match Game PM. You're beautiful. Would you please join me in welcoming Randy Rhodes and Mary Hannah? Applause, applause, applause. We welcome both of you. I'd like to find out a little bit about each of you. Mary, if you will, we'll begin with you. Tell us anything you'd like to tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm married, and I have 3 children, and I'm from Running Springs, California.
All right, good luck to Mary Hannah. How about Randy Rhodes here?
I grew up in Menlo Park, California, and now make my home in Newport Beach as a bartender there down on the water.
You're an underwater bartender?
Sometimes.
Oh.
Sometimes.
I see, but not all the time.
Not all the time.
Now listen, here on Match Game PM, each of you will have 3 opportunities to match as many of those as you possibly can. Now, the one who's done that most often at the end of the 3rd round will be the winner, and we'll go on and play the big money super match, which can pay off over $10,000. We're ready. Here we go. Mary, A or B?
B, please. B, please.
B. Okay, this is it. Humpty Dumpty's wife said, ooh, let me tell you why it's tough being married to an egg. He's a blank egg. That's why it's tough being married to an egg, said Humpty Dumpty's wife. He's a blank egg. Okay, here we go, Mary. Humpty Dumpty's wife said, let me tell you why it's tough being married to an egg. He's a blank egg.
A rotten egg?
Very good answer, I think. Rotten egg was one of the good choices, I thought.
It certainly was the better choice, and if I were Mrs. Dumpty, I would have said it. Unfortunately, I'm Mr. Bean, and I said cracked.
Cracked egg is a good one. Yeah, he was cracked. Now, wait a minute. He did have a little crack in him there when he fell off the wall. Brett?
Sorry.
Well, I was thinking about the overkill in population in the world, and I said he was a fertile egg. Just move along.
I wouldn't find that so difficult.
No, that's Mrs. Humpty Dumpty talking.
Well, I see.
Didn't you find that lace a bit misleading, Inspector Stevens?
Yes, I did.
I think it's a match, kids. Bad egg.
A bad egg. They're thinking about it, yes. Bad egg is a rotten egg, isn't it, Connie, right? I'll tell you why it's so tough being married to an egg. He's a blank egg.
I thought of a better answer, but I thought I'd better not write it down. I said rotten.
Rotten egg. Okay. You got 2, Mary. Richard?
Present.
Yeah. We're looking for a rotten egg.
Well, you've come to the right place.
There we go. Naturally.
Anything else I can do for you?
Well, see if you can wake up Fannie.
Just a second. When I snap my fingers?
She's awake.
Has the ship landed? No, rotten. Rotten.
See. Oh, look at that. That's very unusual. We don't get that many usually on a first-round question. They're a little tougher. Now let's see how you do. The department store manager said, a strange woman came into the store and told me she became pregnant in the sporting goods section.
Uh-oh.
He said, I didn't believe her until she gave birth to a blank. Aren't you glad you came? Okay.
Très difficile.
Randy, the department store manager said, strange woman came into the store and told me she became pregnant in the sporting goods section. I didn't believe her until she gave birth to a blank.
Basketball.
Basketball. Well, ho, that would do it, wouldn't it? Yes, that would convince him.
I would imagine that the woman went home that day with roses in her cheeks, too. She gave birth to a 9-pound bouncing baby basketball.
Basketball! There's one for Randy. Toss him a basketball. No?
This answer is dedicated to the mothers of America. A pair of skis.
Oh, that's smarts to think about.
Can't even walk after you hear that. Doctor, what do you say?
Better than a basketball.
7-pound skis.
7-pound skis. He says she's being pregnant in the sporting goods section. I didn't believe her until she gave birth to a basketball. You
Obviously,
agree?
Randy and I have a lot in common. Basketball.
Basketball. Our score is 4-2. It's unusual.
Say that Randy and I have absolutely nothing in common. I said football.
You said football. A little different shape there. All right. Are you having
No,
the vapors?
this question gives me pause. But
That's beneath you.
of course it is. Gives me pause. But I thought you said think of the first thing that you can think of, and I thought of paddle, and I wanted to say that she gave a birch birth.
I thought that was terrific.
I'd move on.
Right.
I'm the ship's dog.
Listen, the score is 4-2 now, and we'll do the next round in a moment or so. Right now, we want to do this especially for you. Now, just before we ask you to make a selection here, Mary, I want to point out that each of you will receive the home version of the match game. Ready? All right, let's carry on now. Thank you very much. Mary, you're ahead. You go first.
I'll take B again.
B again. All right,
The
here we go.
loser gets 2 versions of the...
You play, and you play, and the rest of you stand by.
I play.
Oh,
Orson and Brad are the only two. Every morning, at exactly 6 a.m., the old soldier makes his blank stand at attention. All right? Okay. Mary Hannah, every morning, at exactly 6 a.m., the old soldier makes his blank stand at attention. The old soldier makes his blank stand at attention.
His socks.
Science.
I just thought of old dirty socks. I don't know.
Really?
he was in the army, wasn't he?
She was. Mary,
I don't know. That was bad.
Orson?
Well, she looks too young to have been in the army.
That's right.
My husband was in the army, though. I remember the socks.
That explains it.
Right, but he
Show
got his
your.
discharge. Okay, well, I couldn't think of a thing and copied from what's her name over here. Makes his wife stand.
Yeah, there's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that good, Mary?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
She snapped right in there. She said, yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes, sirree. So you got 2 of those.
good one.
Now, Randy, here we go with you. You're still catching up, you know.
I'm in there.
Brett and Charles plays. Richard
I didn't know
and
he's
Fannie.
Brett and Charles. Orson
The 2 of you
Brett,
and the 2 of these.
Fannie
All
and
right,
Brett.
ready. The inventor said. The inventor said, my robot was sick,
Yeah?
so I called the doctor. Don't get ahead of me. Instead of aspirin, he said, give him 2 blanks and call me in the morning.
Again?
My robot was sick, so I called the doctor. Instead of aspirin, he said, give him 2 blanks and call me in the morning.
Here's your blank and call me in the morning.
All right? Okay. The inventor said my robot was sick, so I called the doctor. Instead of aspirin, he said, give him 2 blanks and call me in the morning.
Oh, boy. It's coming. Bolts.
Bolts. Okay.
Close. Close.
What do you say?
If I went for a little play on words, darling, I said nuts.
Okay. All right, nuts and bolts.
Nuts and
All
bolts.
those mechanical things would be acceptable here.
Nuts.
Okay. Now we have the two of you. You first, sir, if you
I
would,
went
please.
a little further. I said nuts and bolts.
Nuts and bolts. There's one. My robot was sick, so I called the doctor. Instead of aspirin, he said, give him 2 blanks and call me in the morning.
Well, I
What's
thought it was screws.
2
Nuts
screws
and
and
bolts.
call me in the morning, okay? All right, here we go. Hey, listen, this is a very close game here between Mary and Randy. We go to round 3 now. Mary, you're still ahead, 4-3, and we ask you to go first again.
I'm going to take A this time.
You want A?
Yes.
All right.
You didn't mention the doctor's name on that, did you?
No,
I want to find out who it is. He sounds like a nice fellow.
Yes. Orson and Brett, you're the only two.
Oh, Brett and Orson.
Jim
Fannie
said.
and Brett. Charles and Brett.
The star is speaking.
Oh, pardon.
You do not speak when the star is speaking.
You got it, baby.
Jim said my blind date for the dance was such a dog. Instead of giving her a corsage, I gave her a blank. Such a dog. Instead of giving her a corsage, I gave her a blank. Do you understand?
Do they ever bleep anything on this show?
No. You ready, Mary?
Ready.
Go ahead. I'll catch up.
All right. Jim said my blind date for the dance was such a dog. Instead of giving her a corsage, I gave her a blank.
A bone.
A bone. She said I gave her a bone.
I'd like to say that Brett Summers' answer is wonderful. I snuck a peek at it. However, mine is correct.
Aha! Okay, Mary has one more.
Oh, I said he gave her a flea collar.
$3. All right. You're right, Orson. It was a terrific answer. Now, here we are. We're right down to the wire, Randy. You've got to match 2 to tie, but you can win it if you match the 3 remaining ones you haven't matched so far. These 3 right here.
Brett, Charles, and Fannie.
Yeah, that's right. 2 million years ago, Grog the caveman invented the toilet seat. Unfortunately, it was another 1,000,000 years until someone else invented the blank. Time marches on. All right, let's write it down now as I stop stalling around up there. Here we go. Randy, 2 million years ago, Grog the caveman invented the toilet seat. Unfortunately, it was another 1,000,000 years until someone else invented the blank.
Toilet paper.
Toilet paper. Randy, you may be in for a surprise. I don't think, weird as they may be, I don't think any of them would say toilet paper.
You don't?
No.
Oh, honey, you're totally lacking in taste and perception. The toilet paper to go with it.
Oh. Oh. Really?
Hang it,
I'm
baby.
not too good at prognosticating here. 5 to 4 is the score. One more for a tie.
I guess we're not so weird, Mac. Toilet.
Certainly. We got a tie score now. You can break the tie and be a hero in his eyes.
Heroin.
Heroin.
Hi, sweetie.
All right. He wins the game. Okay, come on down, Randy. Now, Mary, it was a pleasure to have you here with us.
Thank you. It was really fun.
You'll have some gifts coming your way.
Thank
and you.
you.
have our thanks for being here on Match Game PM.
Thank
Mary
you.
Hannah, there she goes. Let's spin her off and spin a message or two for you. Hurry back and see how much money you win. Here we go. Time now for the Big Money Super Match. You can win a bundle here. You can win over $10,000. Now, Randy, to do that, we've got 2 audience matches for you here. And whatever you win on these audience matches, you're going to multiply by 10, and that'll be the final dollar figure you will be playing for. Here we go with the first one. We polled an audience in this very building not too long ago, and we said, you write down your best answer to this. feather blank. Feather blank. If you match the answer they gave most frequently, you get $500. If you match their second most popular answer, you get $250. And then for matching the third, you get $100. And 3 of the 6 will help.
Connie?
Feather bed.
Feather bed. Whatever do you mean?
Richard?
Feather duster.
Feather duster. Oh, splendid answer.
Fannie.
Fannie. Fannie, Fannie.
Feather, there's a show on television. Feather.
Your nest.
Your nest.
Your nest.
Well, get on with it.
Your nest.
Feather pillow.
Oh,
That's not a show on television.
Well, there is a
Change
show
your
on
mind,
television.
Dave.
Feather and father.
Feather pillow, feather duster, feather bed. It's your option here, Randy, to choose one of those or reject all 3 and give us one of your own. What is your pleasure?
I better go with Richard, feather duster.
Feather duster. Let's find out if we got it up there, and if so, where. We'll begin at the bottom as we usually do, and we'll reveal the $100 response. Feather bed. Okay, there's Connie's answer. Now, let's see if we get a feather duster under the $250 response. Yes, we do. Congratulations, Randy. You got something. Picked up another $250 here now.
Brain.
Feather brain.
Feather
Oh,
pillow.
feather pillow. Feather your nest.
Feather
What do
in
you
your-
think?
Feather and feather. I'm getting feather
You are
and
not
feather.
of a single mind, if any. All right, slide it,
knows
please.
best.
Feather and father again. You said it, didn't
I
you?
tried.
Yeah. All right.
I tried.
Now you've won $250, which means the least you'll be playing for is 10 times that amount, or $2,500. So you can't go below that for your shot at it. Now let's find out what we've got for that second audience match. Slide it, please. No blanking. No blanking. All right. Whom do you want this time?
Charles.
In honor of the great Brett Summers,
Yes, yes.
who now over 1 year has not had a cigarette. No smoking.
Brett.
And that is no kidding.
No kidding. Scared me there for a minute.
Orson.
no parking.
No parking. So you have no parking? You're upstaging me. Don't do that. You see, when you keep walking back that way, that means in order to talk to you, I got to do this, put my back to the audience, and I don't like that. Okay. We understand each other now. Okay. Stand in the blue dot.
You're just mad because you got toilet paper right, aren't you?
Now, no parking, no kidding, no smoking are the three. Now, remember, again, it's your option. Choose one of those or give us one of your own.
There are a lot of no smoking.
No smoking? All right. I think you made the right decision there. We'll find out who's right and who's wrong here. We'll begin at the bottom and reveal the $100 response. No fooling. Well, Brett almost said that. She said no kidding, right?
Yeah.
All right. May we see the $250 number? No parking.
Here it comes.
All right. You got two of the three they gave you so far. I think it's a good omen for you. May we see the big one? Yeah! Good for you. Terrific. All right. He gave you no smoking, and he's just chewing away at that old smelly pipe that he's
It
got.
ain't lit.
Oh, it ain't lit. Okay, thank you.
See that? Innocent, acquitted.
Yes. Now listen, Randy, this time you won $500, and we multiply that by 10, which makes $5,000, added to the previous sum of $2,500. You have a pot of $7,500 to shoot for, and we'll be glad to give you the money if you'll match one celebrity exactly, and you have to choose one now.
Richard, please.
Okay.
No trespassing.
Oh, good one. Oh, well done.
Why, is it over? What
Yes. All right, you stand right there and face me if you would, please. Thank you. And good luck to you, Randy. Here it is, worth $7,500, and it reads as follows. Shame blank. That's S-H-A-M-E. Shame blank. Now, Randy, give us the answer that Richard has written and put in that slot, and we give you $7,500. Good luck to you. Say it now. Shame blank.
Shame on you.
Shame on you. Well, again, there with you. They may know something. All right, Richard, he says, shame on you. We'll get the $7,500 for him. What do you say to that?
I wish it were. It is.
Oh, congratulations. Attaboy. Oh, you can't kiss him. You can't kiss me either. All right. He's celebrating. He got $8,250. Congratulations. He's very happy about that. We got a message or two for you now. Come right back. Randy's very happy here. He won $8,250. We'll have more money to give away here on Match Game PM and more gifted, beautiful people like these. Join us. Gene Rayburn here. Goodbye.
Some contestants will receive ice cream. Enjoy delicious hand-packed Baskin-Robbins ice cream, your choice of 31 flavors that give you that 30 wonderful feeling. And Mary Kay Cosmetics, skincare and glamour cosmetics presented to you in your home by trained beauty consultants, Mary Kay Cosmetics, Dallas, Texas. And a candy dish from Starburst Fruit Chews. Orange, lemon, lime, strawberry, a burst of fruit flavor from the very first chew. And Pan, the pure vegetable cooking spray that stops foods from sticking without adding fat, calories, or cholesterol. And Turtle Wax Liquid Car Wax, new improved hard shell formula, cleans, polishes, protects in one easy operation. Turtle Wax, the world's largest selling liquid car wax. And Gum Out Carburetor Cleaner. It helps keep your car free from slow starts, bucking and stalling in the tank and on the linkage. Gum Out helps make your car a smooth performer. This is Johnny Olson speaking for Match Game PM, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.